Hello, and welcome to Death Knights of Krynn, and this will be part 23. Last we left off, we cleared Cerberus, got some decent items, and I'm just going to showcase what we got. Maze of Disruption, a very powerful maze, which most normal undeads will be destroyed by it, and those undeads which will not be destroyed by it will still take heavy damage from it. It is a very, very strong maze, and it is highly useful to have in an environment full of undead. Also got a Ring of Protection +3 and Gauntlets of Ogre Power for the Fighter Thief. So, we are meant to go to Dulcimer. You spot a strange looking town. Do you enter? This main street leads into Dulcimer. To the west you smell rotten vegetables. Zombies fill the market to the east. A dog lurches past, pursued by an undead child. A towering lich approaches and bows. Welcome to Dulcimer. I'm the mayor here. Have you perchance ever visited Cerberus? The lich seems pleased. Ah, a fine town. Dulcimer is built in its honor. You may explore freely, with two exceptions. Stay away from the eastern exit and also my private chambers. Obey these laws and you'll have no trouble here. The lich departs. Well, that's not an invitation to where we are supposed to be going, is it? The main section of Dulcimer lies before you. The undead citizens carry on mundane tasks as if they were still alive. Through this gateway lies Voicewood, where no evil may trespass. A strong magical barrier prevents you from entering Voicewood. A spectre appears. It speaks before you can attack. Wait, have information of benefit to us both. Will you listen? Good. Destroying the lich will allow you to enter Voicewood and will free me from Dulcimer. Find the lich's phylactery, the jar into which its soul flees if the body is destroyed. Destroy the phylactery and the lich will be gone forever. The phylactery is buried somewhere in town, but you won't be able to find it before you fight the lich. So, I suppose we have a task. We need to fight the lich. Some goodies to be had though. So, you've interrupted a zombie card game. A pile of treasures lies atop the card table. They attack. If there's a sort of catching up in my voiceover, I'm sorry, when I recorded this, which is quite a while ago, I thought I gave myself more time to read the text. But apparently I didn't. I'm catching up as well as I can. I am sorry if I miss half a sentence here or there. But I'm trying to remember what the page said so I can still read it out. But it's going to be a bit catch up. It's a bit wonky. Sorry about that. So what did we get? Some money, which we don't care much about. No sword, potion, 4 dance, and a scroll. Much more interesting. Money is decidedly worthless in this game once you've got past having enough to identify stuff, basically, which is a bit of a shame. Because money is always a nice reward because you always feel you gain something, but well, if what you're getting is worthless, then well, it just becomes a trivial reward. So, one more thing to do. You find a man imprisoned in some stocks. He's alive, but not for much longer. Free him? Sure. He staggers to his feet and thank you. Listen, he says, I was scrounging for food in the garden and found some sort of jar buried there. It looked magical. Hint, hint, phylactery, hint, hint. A sign proclaims muddy straw in blah blah blah. You can do other things in this town, but there's no benefit to doing it. You can drink some acid in the tavern and things like that. The door leading into town hall is wormy and decaying. Enter town hall. Town hall stretches before you. The stench in this enclosed space is overpowering. A sign reads, Mayor's quarters, enter and be destroyed. Subtle. This is the guard room. Forbidden. One guard croaks before they attack. So there are 2 guard rooms, and it is ideal to clear both guard rooms, because once you engage the lich, any guard you haven't taken down will be summoned to the fight. So it is highly recommended to clear both sides. I slowed the undead deliberately, just to showcase slow as well as drawing benefit from it. Slow, of course, is not half as powerful as haste, but it's still a strong spell. It halves the movement speed and number of attacks of enemies, and I'm fairly sure it also makes them slightly easier to hit, because of course they can't dodge as well as they normally would be able to. Against very, very strong opponents, it is very, very powerful, and it becomes important later on, much later on, and you'll see for yourself when you get there. That scroll, by the way, we found, I'm fairly sure that's a scroll of protection against dragon breath, which makes you immune to dragon breath for 1 combat. One of the guards cackles weakly. You haven't seen the last of us. He coughs. When our backup arrive, they'll cut you out your hearts. He dies. How does an undead cough? Whatever. A 2nd regiment of guards attack. Which is just one of them. You can see the specters are being disrupted by the Maze of Disruption. It basically obliterates them. I would argue that. I know it's not the case, but a Maze of Disruption versus undead is very close in power to a Holy Avenger. Well, of course, Holy Avengers are more specialized. Paladin only weapons, whereas a Maze of Disruption can be used by anyone who can wield a maze. Of course, that is still incorrect, because a Holy Avenger can be used by non-paladins. For them, it's just a normal sword or axe or whatever it might be. It's usually swords. Only a paladin can unlock the true power of it. So, using a scroll spell, end up with so many scrolls that I forget to use. This is the door to Lich's mayor's quarters. Do you want to enter and confront the Lich? The Lich's face twists with rage. Your disobedience has cost you your lives. The Lich attacks in a murderous frenzy. Now, for me personally, I've always felt Liches are overrated. I don't know whether they've missed out on certain aspect of a Lich in computer games, but computer versions of Liches, yeah. You just go in and punch them in the face a few times and then they die. Of course, if you don't know where their phylactery is hidden, they will come back to life, which is what I suppose makes them difficult to deal with. The Lich's body lies immobile before you, yet you sense you are still in danger. I didn't feel I was in danger to begin with. Whatever. A brisk breeze rises in town. That's an indication of team of spectral minions scream forward and attack. Hooray! The wind becoming stronger is an indication that the Lich is closer to reviving. But it's just a formality. Know exactly where the phylactery is. To be honest, it's not very well hidden, if you ask me. Spectral minions, they don't have any special draining, paralyzing, whatever. They're just hard to hit and require magical weapons to damage. That's the only thing about them. This is the town's common garden. The odor of rotten vegetables nearby is nearly overwhelming. Blah blah blah, whatever. It doesn't matter, it's just flavor text. The breeze strengthens into a howling wind. There's a mound here as if something was buried under the asparagus. Dick, you find an ornate magical jar and realize it's the Lich's phylactery. You smash it into pieces. The undead around you collapse into heaps. A great onus of evil has been lifted from this town. So, we defeated the Lich. Not exactly the greatest challenge ever. But now we can get into voice vote, which is where we actually need to be. We just had to kill the Lich before the barrier. The voice wood is removed. Through this gateway lies voice wood, where no evil may trespass. You have entered voice wood. Plants and trees seem to shift before your eyes, presenting a bewildering array of pathways. Or array. A small sprite flutters near you. Others hover behind nearby bushes. Its piping voice is faint as the wind. You are not evil. You should visit the hole in the forest center. Another sprite rushes up and speaks. A sprite flies up to you. You are not evil. Be warned. Evil monsters have entered Voicewood. Even though you would normally be welcome, it would be safest to leave as quickly as you can. So one say we should go to the center, another say we should leave. Interesting. The center, by the way, furthest to the right, you can see that open area. That is where we need to get to. Flowers fill this grassy niche, whatever. Sprites make offering of garlands to a small silver statue of Paladin. And of course, we made an offering as well. I don't think it matters, it's just flavor. But of course, land and trees grabs hold of your party. Basically, you are scratched and bruised before you can get free. As I said, pre-recorded a long time ago. I didn't leave enough time to actually read up this text, which is a bit of a bummer. Sorry about that. As long as it's not something plot important, it doesn't really matter. There are a few bits of combat in here, and once you reach that, you know you're on the right track. You enter a clearing and sprites flee. One shouts, "Escape the tangled trees before all is lost." Okay. Through this arch, you see the town of Baltimore. Do you enter? No, not quite. That was a bit of a mistake. The ground was seared by eldritch energies. Callisto theorizes that a protection from good spells may allow evil creatures to enter Voicewood. Gallagher deduces that rights were destroyed here. Role-playing my role-playing game. How dare you? Naughty. Should be more of that in this game, but it's a nice little touch. Our protection spells won't last much longer, shouts a black wizard. Destroy them quickly. The party is attacked. Yeah, well, I suppose. I mean, if they want to put up a challenge, then try to, whatever. Let's just do our usual, set up a line uh, of fighters on guard, and then delay blast fireball. Should do. Most of the trick. And then a normal one should clear out most of it. Yeah, sounds about right. How dare you? Come on. Thank you. Found treasure. Bracers, for some bizarre reason, have an obscene high value, and that's why you get a lot of experience for that. And that's flowers bloom profusely in this one's damaged area. We'll leave an offering, of course. We are good people. Almost there. A black wizard laughs scornfully. Destroy those weaklings. Mages and undead charge forward. I know it probably looks like you could just walk straight through the area, but you can't. There's an awful lot of blocked paths, and that's why it is a bit of a labyrinth. So, well, another delay blast fireball. Is that the one where I clipped my dwarf cleric? Yep. Oh well, I suppose. It won't be in the front. You see, this is what annoys me when you have these setups. My fighter types are supposed to be the frontliners, and my cleric, which is fourth in the character list, is in the front. Yeah, I should probably move the Durfee higher up, but you know what? It's fine. We'll manage. More treasure, more rubbish. Hey, no, I'm good. Minds and feelings bind the party. You are scratched and bruised before you can tear free. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 6 points of damage. As you enter this forest chamber, you are battered by the sound of hundreds of buzzing wings and voices. Go back, go away. You wish to attack or move through peacefully. Of course, I move through. A rumbling voice emanates from every tree in the wood. You have proven your virtue. Enter my hall freely. The sprites whisper excitedly and let you pass. Welcome, I have watched you, the voice continues. Welcome, a gently rumbling voice calls from all around you. I have watched you as you moved through my trees. I've watched many people, but your bravery has impressed me above all others. The rod of omniscience is a very dangerous artifact. Even beings of good might be tempted to use the rod improperly. I will release it to you if you vow to use it only against Lord Soth. The woods are quiet, as if waiting for an answer. Do you agree to destroy Soth? To destroy Soth, you must face him in Darged Keep. To enter, use the word Denissa, the word on Ariela's keys. With the rod goes some of the magic we use to slow the shifting trees. It would be more difficult for you to find your way back. Use the rod well, or something. Whatever. No, we don't want to destroy Soth because we don't want to beat the game. Hmm. What an odd question. Do you want to complete the game? Are you happy hanging around? Spies shouts a warning before the couple of plants close behind you. Stay away from the whatever. You can no longer turn back. Your only path is across the burned ground before you. A fire minion rises from the ashes around the glowing rock. And I skipped that too quickly. And it's basically the rod of omniscience drains the power of the 5 minutes. I could always have gone back and re-recorded this, but it's too much work. Sorry. So it was a bit messy. Do apologize. But we are closing in on the end of this video, and next time we will be heading towards a Dark Keep, the final area of the game. So on that note, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.